Good.
I love it.
That's good. It's a little warm. It's a little weird. I like the other orange wine that we had last time, but they ran out.
Oh, sad day. From
I
where?
know.
Just like the liquor
Just
store?
a liquor store that's literally right next to my apartment.
Okay.
So I was talking about this with other guys. I was just like, yeah, like that guy, because I'll come in like every week or every other week to get a bottle for the show. And it's always like a personal bottle because I'm not going to get a huge thing.
Yes, of course.
And I'm like, this guy must think I have a serious drinking problem because it's like whiskey, tequila, like every other. And I'm like, oh, I don't even have like a pattern. I'm just in there like, sup? And they're like, what do you want today?
That's so funny. One time I did go to a liquor store and I got probably too much liquor for one person, but it was for one person. And she goes, oh, are we doing a little picnic? And I was like,
with myself. It's weird when they ask like personal questions.
Yes.
That really aren't that personal, I guess. But when you're purchasing liquor or any type of alcohol.
Yes. Or anything just slightly embarrassing.
Yeah. I'm like, don't
do this.
Yeah.
I once got like half of a chocolate cake from a place again just for me, and she was like, birthday? And I was like, why do people do this?
Yeah, why would I get half? You don't think I'm cool enough to splurge for the full?
Yeah, why?
Oh, what kind of cake was it?
Just like regular chocolate cake.
Oh, you were just craving it?
I was literally just craving it, and they just had a half of one, and I was like, I'm not gonna eat this whole thing, but I'm gonna get...
So like an old birthday cake is just like happy birthday.
Yeah, I love to do this thing. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I'll just get like one thing when I go grocery shopping where I'm like, I'm an adult, I can get whatever I want.
No, that's the best.
Yes,
that's the best.
It's what gets me into these issues.
Yeah, because then I have flashbacks of when I was a kid shopping with my mom.
Yes.
And you're like, can I get this? And my mom at least would usually be like, no, put it back.
Same. Mine is like too much sugar. And you're like, ugh.
I'm like, that's what I live off. I'm a child. Do not get about this.
Yes, truly. I never got Pop-Tarts. And now I'm like, I can do. When I first got my first apartment, I got Pop-Tarts for myself. And then I understood why.
Just as like a fuck you to mom.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm going to eat Pop-Tarts because I can.
For any meal.
Yes.
Could be breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Exactly.
I'm also a big fan of breakfast for dinner.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that for you. I'm not a huge fan of breakfast food in general.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, that's our time now.
And we're done.
I told you. Emergency, just blink twice. Say you want to be out. So yeah, for today's episode, we are with Vannessa Jackson. Yeah, buddy. She's no relation to the Jackson family.
Actually, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I would have loved that. You're like the 11th child no one knows about.
Oh, that would be incredible.
That would be great. But still just as talented. I meant to ask you before if you're even allowed to like talk about any SNL stuff.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna dig into that.
Okay, great.
But
positively, but I can't.
Yeah. But I also you just shit on SNL this whole time. That would be so funny. And then you're like, yeah, no, it was great. I got fired after that. So
it was cool. It's cool. So do I have a position here? Is that cool?
Literally. Yeah. And then it'll just be our show.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Like,
I'll intern. It's cool.
Yeah. There's no pay, but you're gonna love it.
That'll
you're
be
gonna be happy every day. Oh my gosh. Well, I knew maybe it would be a sensitive subject because of the writer's strike.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, how is that affecting you?
Oh my gosh.
Like, I mean, it has to, right? Or not really?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. It does. It's one of those things where I'm not super intelligent about it. So it's
I'm
like,
not either.
I know what we're fighting for. It's like, and like residuals and stuff. I luckily work for like a very old school network show, and so we're kind of the overall fight in some senses is kind of fighting for what we have right now, which is like residuals in the summer and like I guess like the schedule and stuff. It's like a very complicated, and there's like a lot of different aspects of it, but I go out and I pick it a couple times a week, which is
okay. How's that?
I'm happy to be a part of the cause,
yeah.
But walking in a circle for a couple hours is a lot for me.
It's a lot, and it's hot out now.
And it's hot. Yeah. And I sound so bad. I'm like, we have to walk. It's the worst.
I have to work for my work.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, it's crazy. Which is bad because I can't do anything. I can't write. So I'm like I don't even have anything to do. And I'm like, getting up in the morning? What?
Well, I guess you can you write on the signs.
Yes.
So what do writers write on the signs?
I also, what's so bad is everyone always asks me, what does your sign say? I just arrive and I pick one up.
Oh, you're just like, the kids at the local school maybe.
Yes, pretty much. I'm like, whoever, they do like have sign writing days or whatever, but I haven't been able to go to any. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So the people who like do the arts and crafts section
Yes.
for the strikes have a whole like setup, and then they just have them ready for whoever comes.
Pretty much.
Wow.
And then you just grab a sign, which is funny. And there's like pre-made chants, whatever. It's hilarious because like sometimes you think what you do, you're like, oh, you know, we're writers and we work hard. And I was talking to my sister and she was like, you know what you guys should chant? You should chant no money. Wait, what did she say? You should chant no money, no funny. And I was like, we're not gonna do that. And then I got there the next day, and that was one of the
people
chants.
had that. No, oh no.
I was like, well, I guess a lot of people could do this. Cool. She's not in writing or comedy or anything.
Yeah, you're like, you're not a writer, and then writers
literally. And then they did. It was so funny. I was like, excuse me, we got this covered.
No
okay?
money, no funny. Oh my god, what's your favorite one?
Some of them are rough. Yeah. I don't know if it's my favorite one. This is one that has been iconic to me, and it's also why I think we need more diversity and just like entertainment. Is they were chanting no contract, no peace, and I was like, maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe not that one.
I feel like you can't even really, since peace is kind of like it's not like really enunciated. Like I feel like it kind of just like falls to the wayside.
Yes, 100. And also, this has been very peaceful.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel like you can't like take chants from like other movements and be like, and now this is us.
I was literally just gonna say that. I was gonna be like, did they just like kind of look in the protest handbook and they're like, oh, we use this for civil rights. That sounds good. Let's just switch it out, update it.
Yes. I think someone was like, we went to the Black Lives Matter protest. They were saying no justice, no peace. Let's just like kind of take that.
Like writers' lives matter.
Yeah. Yes.
Like you're like, please no.
Yeah, I'm like, if we do that, I will have to walk away.
Yeah, you're like that. I'm out of this entire thing.
Yes, I will have to.
Holy shit, that's so crazy.
Yeah, there's been like some fun signs and stuff. I'm trying to think of like there was one that was funny because Jenna Ortega did that whole interview where she was like, she I guess punched up or like wrote a lot of the show she was on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
And so there was a sign that was like, without writers, what would Jenna Ortega have to punch up? Which I thought
that's good. I like that.
That was great.
That's
that was
like a pop culture reference.
Yes, it was topical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's very on the nose.
They're still doing the work they would be doing
exactly
through the signage.
Exactly.
That's dope.
I love a little jab. That's fun.
Yeah, that's good. Well, besides the strike, how long have you been working on SNL for?
This was my second season that I finished up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're on 48 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a break in between right now or?
Yes. So because of the strike, we finished early. We were supposed to have 3 more episodes before we were off for summer.
Yeah.
And the strike happened. So we're just off for the summer.
Yeah, you're like, I'm cool for the summer.
Yeah, I'm just chilling for the summer.
I'll be chanting my summer away.
Yes, pretty much, truly.
Wow, that's so crazy. And then you guys usually go back in the fall then? Or?
Yeah, October.
Oh, all right. So hopefully by then.
Yeah.
I don't know. The last one lasted like what?
Customarily, they said there's never been one that's shorter than 100 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like wondering too, because I really don't, I should educate myself more on like past protests and like how they ended and what was the solution. I'm like just Google educationing myself. But like after all of that kind of goes down, I don't even know what happened after the last one. Did they like raise pay for the writers or like, because the other one obviously wasn't about AI stuff.
Yeah. The last one, I'm going to be honest, I don't know the last one. I know it was in 2007. I know this one, they're like, basically, they went to the table with like what we wanted. And the studios were like, ha, no. And so then they were like, we strike. And so now we're striking and we're waiting for them to be like, okay, JK, we decided we'll give you some more money. So they're not negotiating yet until they come back with like a better offer.
Okay.
And I think there's better chances this time that it'll be maybe possibly shorter because the last strike, SAG didn't strike with us.
Okay. So combined forces.
Yes. And they might strike. I think they're going in negotiations on like June 7th and then June 30th. If they're not met, they will strike, which is good because if actors like strike, then it's like they're like, oh, now it's serious.
Yeah.
Although I just think it would be very, very funny to watch like George Clooney out there picketing, like, pay us more money.
I would love it. Just a bunch of millionaires.
Would be obsessed.
Like, we demand more.
Yes, I would love that. That would be iconic.
Brad Pitt chilling with his shirt off. Like, all right, everybody.
Right.
That would be
That would
fantastic.
be epic. Robert De Niro out there on the
all of
streets.
them.
Like,
Yeah,
we need
new daddy out there.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude. I can't believe that
Oh,
shit.
would love it. I would go to LA for a week just to network. Hey,
Yeah.
guys.
Freaking Robert De Niro, because he just had a baby
Yeah.
at 79.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
And then what's his
bro.
face is
Yeah,
now.
Al Pacino.
Yeah.
That baby just dropped
I
today.
I was like, what? What are you guys doing? What's happening?
82? I'm like, how? I'm like most shocked by the fact that he can still impregnate somebody.
Right?
And she's like 20 something.
Yeah,
29.
Yeah.
Dude, like how?
right.
Where's the stamina
That's
coming
what
from?
I was like, maybe he just found out he's having a baby too.
Yeah, he's like, what?
He's like, we are?
Yeah, because he's got other kids and they're like older.
Yes.
I mean, he still kind of had him a little late, I
Yeah.
guess, but like still not as shocking
Yes.
as 82.
82. It also cracks me up that like every headline is like welcomes baby number 4. I'm like, the other ones aren't babies. Just say he's having a baby now.
Yeah, like those are full-blown adults.
Yes.
They probably are gonna have children if not already.
100. They might have children older than this baby.
Yeah, like the grandkids.
Legit.
They're gonna be like, oh hi, my baby uncle.
Yes.
Like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know how he does it. It was really funny because I had the TV on. I worked from home and I had the TV on and I like heard that and I was like, what? Like kinked my neck. But then the next segment, it was like stupid, that stupid like entertainment news, like with Mario Lopez. And
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I just need background noise.
Yeah.
But that caught my attention.
Yeah.
And then they cut to a commercial. They come back and the next segment they do is about this tortoise that's 90 years old and had a baby. And I was like,
gosh.
who wrote this? Clearly there's a strike.
What's happened? Clearly.
They're like, that's the perfect segue.
That's so funny. That used to be my dream, my bread and butter. That's actually how I got into comedy was I was like, I want to be the next Mario Lopez.
Oh my God.
So a part of me recognizes how silly it is. And a part of me is like, oh, if only I could have talked about the tortoise.
And he loves turtles.
Really?
Yeah. Like he's a big turtle person. Tortoise, turtle.
Yeah.
All the shelled ones.
I think that's one of the things they underestimate about like entertainment reporters and stuff. You kind of have to be jazzed about some silly stuff.
Like, what's our stories? Okay. But he was like genuinely excited or just bringing that back as like Saved by the Bell acting.
Oh, I love it.
Because he was like, oh, I love it. And then the co-host, that woman, I forget her name. She was like, oh, Mario, you're going to love this segment. Oh, you're going to love it so much. He's like, what? Like, they don't know. He kind of looks like a little turtle, too.
Yeah. Oh, that's so true.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I could see that energy.
I could associate him with a turtle.
Yeah.
Just a little faster.
Yeah. Just a little faster.
Physically. He's in good shape.
He's in great shape.
It like always amazes me when people who are, I don't know, I guess older than me or twice my age or I don't know, like even a few years. I'm like, wow, you got one on me because I'm not out there like doing crazy shit. But like when there's older people like still in shape, and I'm like, I just write it off. I'm just like, oh, you have a personal trainer. Fuck you.
I always say, I'm like, celebrities, I've never had that thing of like jealousy or whatever. I'm like, of course, you have to look. If you don't look that good and you have that much money and that much time to like invest in like, of course you look amazing.
Yeah.
It's like J-Lo. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, she looks incredible. She's over 50. I'm like, she does look incredible. But of course she does. She's been famous and she's like, what, 25?
Yeah.
That woman, it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I went to, I think it was a Mets game. This was like a few summers back. And she was with A-Rod. And my sister, her husband, my brother-in-law, I guess could have roundabout it. Yeah. I don't really know him.
This man married my sister.
Yeah. He used to be in Major League Baseball. And so he would get us tickets, whatever. We went downstairs towards the locker room and like J-Lo and A-Rod were like on a cart, like going by.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like they both just looked like wax figures. Like I was like, how? And I'm like, that's how they look. So they don't move. They don't exert energy. They're on a golf cart in the locker room. You don't need that.
There is something about not worrying about like money that takes a certain level of wrinkles off your face. And, like,
that too.
Energy,
yeah, the worry, the stress.
Yes,
there's none of that.
Move. The hot take, this controversial. Her and J-Lo, that was my favorite era of J-Lo.
I liked them together.
I loved them together.
I thought it was an even match.
Yes. Same. And I
Yeah.
know apparently it was like toxic or very bad. Also, that breakup, she won that. And I
Oh,
know
100%.
what immediately broke up with him, said, somebody get me Ben Affleck's phone number.
Look, I'm gonna drunk text my ex. Like,
Immediately.
Ben was like, please, Jennifer Garner's fucking killing me. I can't even stand that woman. Drop him off for kids.
She's
Just like
like,
10.
have you seen
10
her new boyfriend is also very hot.
Dude, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't fair. You can't have hot. You
No,
can't go in a row.
Right.
That's not
Say
fair for the rest of
something.
us.
Truly.
I had a chance with Ben.
Yeah.
Okay? They took that away like it was nothing.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, honestly, it's just rude.
Truly.
But I can't. I think it's so funny. Did you see that video of Ben Affleck? Like J-Lo was going in the car and he like kind of just like slammed the door on it or whatever.
Something's happening.
Cracking up. He looks so fucking miserable.
Here's the thing I cannot decide. I cannot decide whether this man is truly in his heart miserable or they just somehow he has the worst resting face ever.
Yeah, just miserable face.
Just miserable. He looks rough, but then he does all these interviews and he's like, she is the woman of my dreams. She's changed my life. And I'm like, did something go down? Sometimes I feel like they had a PR meeting. They sat in a room with lawyers and they said, listen, this will be good for both of you. We're getting you married.
And that actually would work.
Yeah.
And they were both in the fucking limelight. I mean, they still are.
Yes.
But, and then he dropped the fucking Air movie. He's like, oh, perfect timing. Yeah. That's how I'll do it. I'll drop this.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Did you watch the Air movie?
No, I wanted to, though.
I just did last night.
Oh, really? Was it good? Did you like it?
You're not far behind. It was good.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, it wasn't like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Like, you already know the story, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I learned some little facts in there and some history I wasn't aware of. But yeah, I mean, it was good, but you know.
Yeah, that's never the mark of good movies when you end up being I learned some history I wasn't aware of.
I watch movies for educational purposes only, not entertainment. I do not want to be entertained. It was entertaining though, but it went by really fast. I think it was like close to 2 hours long, but it went by really fast because it's just always going.
Oh, okay.
Like they're just always like, what are we gonna do? Blah blah blah. And like they're all like swoosh, what? And then the end happens, and you're like, oh, it's over already. Wow. And then I was like talking to my roommate, I'm like, wow, okay. So they literally just made a 2-hour movie about something that like broke history and made history over a weekend.
Yeah.
Like the movie literally was set from a Friday to a Monday.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. Like it doesn't say like Friday and start the scene. They're like, this is not meant for idiots.
That would be such lazy writing.
Yeah, they're like, cut to black, Saturday. It's like SVU, dun dun, Sunday.
Like, just so you know.
Yo, but it was like he fucking flew out or like drove to Michael Jordan's mom's house.
Yeah.
And like that was on a Friday.
Yeah.
It's the best Friday ever. And then the next day he's like, oh, all right, like she might take the meeting on Monday. And then that weekend they worked on the shoe.
That's so fascinating.
And then Ben Affleck is like this, like he's Philip, whatever his name is, the CEO of Nike. Yeah. And he's like this, okay. And he's this like egotistical Buddhist. So it's a really funny like character.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then they obviously do the real photos like at the end of the movie, and like they do the text, classic, and they're like, this is the real guy. And he's like sitting on his desk with his feet up and no shoes on, which Ben Affleck did in that. And I was like, oh wow, you guys really took that to heart. Like you were like, we have to have this in the script.
He was like, I'm method, and now in every interview I'm going to tell people I had to have my shoes off. I had to.
And I don't know if like maybe this character that he was playing influenced his real life and his relationship with J-Lo.
It could have,
because he was such a prick in it and like just so like laissez-faire about everything.
Oh really? Maybe he couldn't shake the character.
Yeah, he should have shaken the wig off, because that was the worst part of the movie.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, I just was so distracted by it the whole time. I'm like, that is not, like, I know it's not real, but like I if I've never seen Ben Affleck, I'd be like, that is fake hair.
Yeah,
doesn't look good.
Sometimes like wigs or something like that, for some reason, if it's like off in my head, I can't get over it. There was like 2 shows I remember. Did you ever see The Good Wife?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
She like wore a wig in that, which I think I googled it later, and it was like because she like didn't want to have to sit in hair and makeup because she had like young kids or whatever, which makes sense. But the whole time I kept being like, "Is that a wig? Why is she wearing a wig? I'm so confused. What's happening?"
Yeah,
it was so it throws me off. If it's a bad wig, I can't get out of it.
They should. Me neither.
Yeah,
you wig out quite literally.
Yes, literally.
There's like there's the like adult language, like sexual whatever, like the warning at the beginning. They should do that. Fake wigs.
They would.
They 100% and then I'd be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I know. I don't have to worry about it the whole time I'm watching.
Yes, you're like, now I get it. I'm aware. Thank you.
Like, stay tuned for the end of the episode and find out why she's wearing it. I would love that. I would really be appreciated across the board.
We should work on it. I'll talk to someone.
Have my people call your people. It'll be figured out. Or just no wigs.
Yes.
Like,
or that.
What happened to method actors? I thought Ben was one. Fucking liar. Matt Damon was like kind of overweight in it.
Yeah.
And like me and my roommate were like, is he like really fat or does he have a fat suit on? I'm like, I don't know. Because like his face looked like he was like gained weight.
He was going for the Oscar.
And yeah. And he was like running it the whole movie. Yeah. Like he was carrying the weight of the team.
Really?
Yeah. Like it was basically just a movie with Matt Damon, and the other most shown thing was probably the shoe.
Yeah.
Like,
that's so interesting.
Yeah. I didn't expect that, but I guess the guy who like did that was really, probably doing all those things and was the main character anyway. So,
so it's fair.
Gotta stay true to the story, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, sure. Watch it.
Okay,
You'll
I'll
love
check
it.
out.
Like promoting Air, but like half-heartedly.
Yeah, you're like, honestly, best movie ever.
If you're on a flight, that's 2 hours long.
Yeah, if you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I watch like old movies on flights usually, like ones that I haven't seen in a long time because the catalog is always so random. I'm like, why is this movie on there?
Yeah.
And then they'll have like super new ones that are in the theaters. I'm like, wow, there's no in between.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
Well, it's like I used to work for like a site that did that, like put movies in like a Netflix type thing. And there's a lot of just like the licensing and like one site will get it or one streaming platform, and then the other like it goes up, so then they can't get it. And so there's a lot of movies that like, especially now with everybody having their own streaming services, that people are like, well, we don't want to. It's weird. I'm sure you already knew that. I'm like, mansplaining.
No. I knew half.
Okay, cool.
So now I'm full.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now
so
we're
thank
there.
you. Yeah. No, I get it. I always laugh at like on Netflix specifically, how they have like the top 10 trending shows right now.
Yes.
I'm like, guys, that's not like real.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm like, that's not what people are watching. That's what they want people to watch and are promoting.
Yes.
Like
100%. Yeah. I would work for the team that we did organize that, not for Netflix. That should be very clear. For a site that went down so hard.
Cut that. Yeah, that's what they do. And I'm like, guys, come on. Like,
yeah, because sometimes you're like, that's not top one in America.
Yeah, yeah, it's like Rachel, that kids show lady. I'm like, this algorithm broke,
right? I'm like, how is every movie you release top number one?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I saw a new one. Well, now we're just on J-Lo today, but I saw a new one like featured, and it was like J-Lo in a furry like coat, and she had like a rifle on her back, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, I don't know. Is that the shotgun wedding?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just blew right past it.
Oh, man.
It did not work on me.
I watched that movie, Shotgun Wedding with J-Lo.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Do not do it.
It's bad.
It's J-Lo and Josh Duhamel.
Oh, yeah. I like him.
I like both of them.
Yeah.
I did not get that movie. It just made
Was there actual shotguns? Was there a wedding?
No, it was like two grown adult people with like the strangest of commitment issues.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's just like I just
would never try to be together.
Yeah, where I was like, they're both, it just didn't make any sense to me. It felt like it was good. It wasn't like terrible, but it just was like, what's happening? He's a grown man who like is afraid of marriage.
He's like, I'm 45 and I'm never walking down the aisle.
It literally was that. And then she was the same, and she was like, my career. Just like, what?
And then at the end they get married.
You literally.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is happening in this film?
Stupid.
What's going on?
I hate that. It sucks watching those movies where you like already know like how it's gonna go.
Yes. It felt like that. There was not a lot of twists and turns where it was like they were afraid of getting married. They went through a whole thing, and then it was like they got married, and you're like, got it.
You're like, cool. So there's hope for me. Dope.
I think that's what it was. I was like, how am I supposed to see myself in this film? What am I getting?
They're like, well, people are getting married later and later in life. Let's make a movie and have them watch it. Yeah. And then we'll create another baby boom.
Yes, like, I think so. It was like their parents protested, and I was like, what? Why? They're adults.
How old were the parents?
Exactly.
They're like, we just want to see you get married before we die.
Yes, it was like also it didn't make a lot of sense, and I was like, they need to justify this more for me. Like I loved it, but they just need to justify why. It just was weird,
and it's giving false hope.
Yes, yeah, it was very fascinating.
Yeah, because my grandma's like that. I only have one grandparent left, so I already disappointed 3.
Yeah,
and she was like, she's 84, 85, and she's like, yeah. So we're like having a random conversation about not getting married, like not even about that, and she's like randomly was like, I think you would just, I think you would really make a beautiful bride. I was like, there it is.
And
there it is, Grandma. Funny. I'm leaving now.
Yeah, and I'm gone.
I'm gonna tell them to give you more morphine. But she was like, I really would love to see you get married, like before I go. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get married because you want to see me get married. Like I will literally put on a fake wedding for you before I actually do it.
Yes, yeah.
Like that could be a movie.
I was gonna say that's a movie. There you go. Fake wedding for your grandma.
Fake wedding. And I don't fall in love with the person that I marry. And everything's very realistic.
Yeah.
I want a reality movie.
100%. You fall out of love.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is why I'm never doing it. Yeah. And then it just ends. And then credits. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
I do want one movie to end just sad, where you're like,
same.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Like, because life is sad sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
We need to represent the sad moments in life.
The people who don't get it.
Yeah.
Actually, Chelsea Peretti did a movie like that a couple of years ago, which was pretty good. It was like an indie flick.
Really? What was it?
It was a indie flick about a girl who's single in like her early 40s, maybe, or maybe late 30s, and was like sad about it. And then was trying to like date. And there was a guy in the movie who you thought she was going to end up with, but then at the end they didn't for some reason, and it made sense, and it just ended where she was just like single.
Wow.
She was like, yeah, I'm just living.
I like that.
Yeah, it was good. It was actually a really good movie.
Nice. Okay. I'll have to watch it.
Dude, that was a terrible explanation.
Yeah, no,
I made it sound so
But it honestly sounds better than any of the other stuff that we just went over.
Truly. Yeah. Better than Air.
Yeah, better than Air. That's for damn sure.
Now,
the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, you know what? It actually wasn't okay. Okay.
You're like, actually, sometimes I just say movies are good because I wanted to root for them. I'm like, I wanted it to be great, so I'll say it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was really weird because there's got to be some like legal issue and like copyright or something about like someone impersonating Michael Jordan, because there was no Michael Jordan in the film. Like there was a guy who was standing in as Michael Jordan, but like it was always like from the back. It was just the back of his head. Then you'd hear his voice, and then you'd see maybe a quick side profile. Yeah. But he was just not like featured at all.
Odd. Maybe they just wanted to try to make it like,
it was mostly focused on the mom, because she kind of like she's the one who like pulled the sickest deal ever.
Oh, really?
And like got him the now you don't even need to see the movie. Sorry, I'm just spoiler alerting all of this.
I loved it. So she did it.
She like, because Michael Jordan, I guess, didn't even want to be with Nike at all. Oh. Like it was like running against like Converse and Adidas. Yeah. And then the mom like went on all the meetings, because he was only like 18 at the time, or 19 or something. Oh. And so she went to all the meetings and then was like, yeah, I think Nike's like legit. Like these other ones just want the money, and they're not going to really like value you because you're gonna be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Like she knew before he did.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And I was like, wow. But that would trip me up because every mom thinks their kid is the best.
Yeah. I just want one person who was like, they were good, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Like my mom would literally be like, she's not gonna make history.
Yeah.
We'll go with Converse. Fuck it. She looks better in those. Like
That is so true.
so bad. But she basically got him the deal that like made him so much money. Like he got a percentage for every Air Jordan shoe sold.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think it ended up being like 5% royalties or something.
Oh
which
my gosh.
made like almost 200 million in the first year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What is his net worth? It's probably insane.
Oh,
right?
he's like a multi-billionaire.
Okay.
Yeah, it's insane. I did research after because I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care about Matt Damon anymore. I want to
I
know
love that.
how rich Michael is.
What became of this Michael Jordan man?
Who is he?
Yeah, where is he now?
What does air mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he's that little silhouette on the shoe?
Yeah, crazy.
So crazy. The guy who made the shoe too died a month before the movie came out.
Oh no.
I felt so bad because he was like the character that like really made it all kind of into fruition. And I was just like, oh, poor guy didn't even get to see himself on screen.
That's so funny.
But maybe he wouldn't have wanted to because the guy who played him, I mean, obviously he had to be emulating the real guy. And he was just so fun. Like he was just such a nerd, you know, but he was like a lovable nerd. But his voice in it was so funny, which this guy probably sounded that way. So like, I don't want to make fun of him, but he's just like, it's the best shoe that ever existed. And I was like, oh, but it made you love him more.
Yeah.
And he was so into it and like fucking created the shoe.
That's why I could never be in a biopic or like someone do one of you, because what if you're just watching and you're like, that's not me, right? And everybody else is like, yes, you.
When like the name drops, it's like when you like try to make varsity and you just run to the wall and like see if your name's on there. Like if they're like, this is who's playing you.
Yes.
Someone
that
terrible.
would trigger me so bad.
You'd be like, really? Why? Do you think we look alike?
Yeah. You're like, okay, that's cool.
Like, are they getting plastic surgery?
Yeah,
for this?
yeah, exactly.
We do not resemble each other at all.
So it's gonna be Morgan Freeman. Okay. Fascinating.
You're like, love his voice.
Yeah.
But I don't think we really look alike.
Yeah, we're not like twinning though.
He's great. I love him narrating anything. I watch like Nat Geo Wild.
Oh, I love that for you.
To go to bed.
Yeah.
And it's like relaxing. And then I feel like if I fall asleep, I'm like learning things.
Yeah.
Useless information. I learned so much about a sea wolf island.
Really?
Yeah, these wolves that swim. That was a whole thing. But
these wolves that swim, you know how they are.
Yeah, you know how they like to sometimes take a dip.
Yeah, classic wolves.
But I don't know if it was narrated. It wasn't narrated by Morgan Freeman, and I don't know if it was David Attenborough, but it was someone of that caliber. And I'm just like, what a crazy, cool job.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I had a smooth like radio voice,
right?
That people are like, we need her to narrate.
Yes.
Like she needs to be heard,
right?
Not seen.
Truly, like she is the one. 100%.
That would be awesome.
You know whose narration voice I'm jealous of is Kristen Bell in Gossip Girl.
Oh my God.
She really nailed it.
She killed it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it at the time.
Yes, nobody did. That's what I mean. It's like, okay, secret.
Did they hide that? Did they also hide Gossip Girl's identity and Kristen Bell's identity?
I was wondering that too, but I think she just wasn't that famous.
Yeah, because that was a long time ago.
Yes, and I think if you had told me in like 2009 that it was Kristen Bell, I'd be like, okay. Although I loved her from Veronica Mars, the OG.
Oh my God, I forgot that existed.
Greatest show ever.
That's a throwback.
So good.
I used to love that too. She was great.
She was. And they brought it back. And again, they shouldn't have done that.
Oh my God. They got to stop with the reboots and then the prequels and the sequels. I'm like, we didn't need more of this. And we didn't need more of the beginning of this either. Like, it was not good.
No, not at all. That was another show when they brought it back that they didn't justify her life. I was like, why is she 35 with her father?
No.
And still pining over the man she dated 15 years ago. What's happening?
What is up with the relationship exposure in Hollywood?
Right?
It is not good.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's toxic. It's why they're just like, this is what you need, and you're like, okay, cool, and then you're like, in real life, that's not good.
Yeah, no,
Not
they're
at all.
really fucking up all of the morals.
Yeah.
They're like just shoving stupid shit down our throats. It's like that shit or reality TV.
Yes.
And I'm like, at least reality TV, like, you know, you can call a spade a spade. Like everyone
Yeah.
knows it's trash, but they have that addictive element.
Yes.
Kind of like junk food.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
You're like, I know it's bad for me, but it's delicious.
Yes, but I'm gonna watch it. It makes me feel better for some
Yeah.
reason.
Do you watch any reality shows? Are you a big fan of anything?
Not really. My sister is a huge fan, so she like fills me in, even though I literally don't watch it on like the Vanderpump Rules drama.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm more into like just celebrities in general.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I used to watch, because of her, I used to watch a lot of reality TV, like Teen Mom or like The Hills. I still think The Hills is the best reality TV show
Hills,
ending ever.
yeah, that was the best. It made me want side bangs and a white Cadillac.
Yes. 100%.
With like the big square sunglasses.
I think so. I think that will go down in the history of like, if you want to know exactly what life was like in 2005 to 10, 15, I don't know. That was the show.
It's honestly a documentary.
It's a time capsule of exactly the vernacular, all the. Oh my gosh!
And they say fashion comes back, but I don't know if that era will.
It can never.
No, I hope not.
No, short sleeve tees over long sleeve tees. What are we doing? For both men and women, what are we doing?
I can't layer.
No,
I don't want to layer.
The layers were rough.
So bad. And then like the like jewelry belts thing.
Yes.
And just like big weird belts. You remember those like circle leather belts?
100%.
They were like from like Abercrombie and American Eagle. And you're like, what?
You're like, how exactly am I supposed to wear this? I don't know, but I'll get it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I did not wear that correctly. No. My sister had one and I would like not borrow it. I would steal it from her closet.
I love that.
And I would just wear it to school and be like, I'm so cool. Because she was older. So I was like, oh my God. I'm like,
no big deal.
Yeah. How many sisters do you have? Or siblings, I guess?
I have an older brother, an older sister, and a younger sister.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're lucky number 3.
Number 3. Wow. How about you?
I'm 3 as well.
Okay.
But I'm the last one. And it's just 2 older sisters.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Were you guys close in age?
Yeah, the oldest one, she's only, it's so sad how I don't know her age.
No, story is after siblings hit a certain point.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, how old are you again?
Yeah.
Well, she was born in 89. So she's 34.
Okay.
And then the other one was born in 90. So she's 33 and I'm 30. So
okay.
Yeah, we're pretty close in age.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, on paper.
Yeah. Growing up, it's a different story for sure.
So bad.
Yeah. 100%.
My oldest sister would just like, she was a terror.
Uh-huh.
My mom like sent her to a house for troubled teens when she was like 15.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, Mom, like she was bad.
Yeah.
But it was great because she paved the way for me.
There you go.
So my parents didn't give a shit what I did.
They're like, as long as it's not that, we're here.
Yeah, they're like, you're an angel. I'm like, really? I'm drinking at like 14. That's not good. Like, you're so sweet and innocent.
Oh.
How was your siblings growing up?
Good. I would say my sister's only a year older than me.
Oh, okay. So that's close.
Yeah. So I'll always remember her age. She's 31. And
remember her.
I'll always remember her age. My brother's the one I've started to like lose count because he's 4 years older than me. I think he is 35 or about to turn 35. He was born in 88. So whatever that means. So yeah, maybe 35.
Yeah.
And then my younger sister is much younger than me. She's 8 years younger than me.
You're gonna say she's 8. I was like, wow, pulling a Pacino.
You're like, that's insane.
That is crazy.
Yeah, my dad is Pacino. It's crazy. No, she 8 years younger than me. So she's 21, 22 now. Yeah, 22 now. I don't even know my own age.
I know, me neither. I know. I just said 30. I'm like, wait a second. Am I lying?
Doesn't that feel, when you get to a certain, it feels weird. Not to be that person who's like, I'm always 22 in my head. But I think it's more that like you think 30 is supposed to be a certain thing.
I know. I was like, oh, like I'm an established adult.
Yeah.
I thought by now I'd be living in like a penthouse.
Right?
Like,
yes. 100%.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah. I'm in a little studio and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird. Like how, because I remember in high school when my sisters would like come back home I would be like, oh my gosh, like you're 24 or like you're 25. I'm like, you're so old.
Yes, yeah, right?
Like I was like, what? Like, how are you not like established yet?
Yes, it's so funny. Now, anytime like somebody is like at 23 or something, he's like, what is 30? You're like, calm down, you'll get here. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not as old as you think it is. Although I did have my first moment. This is crazy. At a wedding recently, my aunt was trying to set me up with this guy from this wedding, and she like went and introduced us. And then like walked away, and he said he was in some sort of state, and I was like, oh, what are you doing out there? And he was like, oh, I'm in school. And I was like, how's it graduate? And he was like, undergrad. I was like, oh no.
I thought you were gonna be a doctor, not an infant.
I've never gotten out of no, and that was worse because then his aunt, who saw me talking to him and saw my aunt was trying to set us up, then I turn around to leave him, and she's like, he's not even grown yet. Yeah. He's not even grown.
Literally, his balls have not dropped.
Literally, he is a child. Dude. I think he was at least 21, but it was like, okay, I'm gonna go hurt myself now. Great.
No.
So sometimes it does feel you're like, oh yeah, cannot do college.
Yeah.
Cannot do college.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. That happened to me like when I went home for Thanksgiving. I went out to like my hometown bar.
Yeah.
And that's always a reality check. I'm like, what the fuck? You're still here? You never left?
Oh,
like some people, I mean, I get it, you know.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yes.
But I was just like, wow, like I personally just can't relate.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Saw some friends that I'm still in touch with from like high school. And then I was like playing darts, and this kid came over and was like, oh, you guys want to play? Blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, sure. So me and my friend play with him and his friend. He's super tall. So I was like, he's old.
Yeah. Cool. That literally same with the, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, the height.
It changes.
Yeah, I'm like, you're 6'4". You have to be at least 28.
Yeah, you have to be a grown man.
You have to be older to gain that kind of height. Like, it's so bad.
Yes.
And I was like, sure, we'll play, whatever. We're playing. And then like they're like hanging out with us. We all like are drinking after.
Yeah.
And then he's like, so like where are you from? Whatever. And I was like, here. And he's like, oh, nice. Like I'm from wherever. I don't even know. And then he was like, so like what school do you go to? And I was like, please God, don't say a high school.
You're like, I will have to call the cops on myself.
I need to register as a sex offender right now.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it was college, but still he was like a freshman or a sophomore. And I was like, so you're clocking at like 21, 22. Like, I don't even know.
The way it, I do not know how grown men date like 19, 20-year-olds. Because the minute they say, I'm like, I'm done. Goodbye. Yeah. Thank you very much. Do you need somebody to take you home? Does your mom know you're here?
Exactly. Get the babysitter.
Yes. That height thing, I know I sound like a crazy person, but the height thing, it makes a difference. If somebody's built, I sound so creepy. I'm like, if he's really filling out his body.
What size is your shirt, sir? Yeah. Where do you shop?
Yeah, what do you do? Oh my gosh.
What do you do for a living?
Oh, what school do you go to? Such a jarring question.
It was, yeah, I was like, that's so Raven. I was like,
yeah, immediate. Like
I went back to when I was in school. Yes. I had to walk through the snow.
Oh my gosh,
it was so bad. Yeah, wild. And I was like, all right, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done.
I did end up making out with him, but
you know what? He's legal, and that's okay.
Yeah, I was like, as long as we're over 18 and you're not lying.
Yes, exactly.
It was bad when because he's like, what class did you graduate in? I think it was the first or second. Like once I started over the school thing. He's like, what class were you? And I was like, for high school? Because he doesn't have a college class yet.
Oh no.
And I was like, high school 2010, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, oh, and then his high school was like 2014 or something. I was like, I graduated a year after that from college because I was a 5-year.
Yeah. Of course.
I took my time.
That's okay.
Yeah. But I was like, oh God.
See, that's why I couldn't date younger right now than like 26, 27, just because if you're getting into the era where you care about classes or high school, like it's too young. I cannot pretend to care about finals. I cannot pretend to care about
SATs.
Yes, yeah. If you still know your
on the act.
If you still know your SAT or ACT score, you are too young.
Yeah, no, I have no idea what the fuck
I literally could not even fathom a guess.
Yeah, and I took it twice.
Yeah.
Like, and I couldn't do either.
Literally no idea
So bad.
whatsoever.
My SATs were such a tragedy. Like, I remember I took it twice.
Yeah.
Because the first one,
Uh-huh.
I was such an idiot. I was like filling out just the first part, and I was stumped, where it's just like your name and like class or whatever.
Yeah.
Because when I got to ethnicity, and this is gonna sound so ignorant.
No, I love this.
But I got to ethnicity, and it had, you know, all the races, and then for white, it just said Caucasian. But I did not know what Caucasian meant at that time in my life.
That's so funny.
Which is sad and hard to admit, but it's true. And I was like, huh. So then I went back to the top and was scanning again. And I was like, where the fuck? Because I was looking for a non-Hispanic / white.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, I know that. And I was like, wow. And then I got to the bottom again. I see Caucasian. I'm like, well, I'm not Asian. So I literally checked other.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And then I got all the scholarships.
They're like, whatever
like,
you
she's
want.
An alien.
Yes. Yeah. She has so many she does not even know.
Was so embarrassing.
That's so funny.
And then after, you know how everyone's like kind of comparing, like, oh, what'd you put for this? What'd you get for like that math? What'd you put for the essay question? I was like, whoa. What'd you guys put for ethnicity?
Yeah.
And they're like, are you fucking serious? And I was like, dead serious.
Yes. You're like, absolutely.
Like, I didn't know if it was a trick, if there was a mistake.
If they didn't want us taking this test.
If they
I didn't
hate
know.
me. Like, they're like, she's not going anywhere. Just give her the blank.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was so bad. So then I had to take it again because they were like, you are like not well. So I didn't get it wrong the second time. I was like, yes,
you're
underline,
like,
circle.
it.
Yeah. And then
African.
they're like, you're definitely not getting scholarships. Like, you've lost your opportunity.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was really bad. Really embarrassing. I was not a good test taker in general.
I wasn't either. And it's so funny looking back at so many things where like genuinely, truly don't matter. Like, I'm sure they do matter for some people if like you're a doctor or a lawyer or something. For me in my life, so many wasted hours of caring about something that will never matter. Like
crying over an 85.
Yes,
like,
yeah. Like, how did I not? It's like, does not. I took so many AP classes in high school. I would have gone back and just sat back and relaxed.
Yeah. I wish somebody told me like, you don't need to try so hard.
Yes.
Like,
truly, I know that's like a bad message. I said that as if kids are listening. You know, all the children out there listening to this.
Fuck your parents, okay? It doesn't matter.
I have a big 6th grade fan base, so
D's get degrees, baby.
Right, but truly though,
like
sometimes when people are, I'm like, don't finals, not it doesn't, it literally does not matter at all.
Seriously, you're like freaking popping Adderall in the library, trying to fucking study all night the night before,
making sure you don't fail out. It's like you're fine.
I'm like, you just do the bare minimum, kids.
Get through it. Truly, get through it.
Just get that paper. You don't even really need that now.
No.
Like, honestly, college, it should be optional. I think they should bring back like more trade schools and make that mainstream.
Yes, 100%.
That's more valuable.
Yes. Like, or if you are hot, focus on being an influencer and that will get you.
Yeah. Make an OnlyFans.
Yeah. After you are legal, make an OnlyFans.
Yes. You got to be 18.
Yeah.
Please.
No, but like any version of like, if you want to be like a hair person online, like, there's so many ways to just like be just whatever you want to be.
Yeah, take advantage.
Yeah, take advantage of it all. Truly.
Yeah, like there's so many platforms and stuff. Like, I feel like also for us, like we were in such a great time of growing up because like we kind of got both ends, like going through it all.
100%.
Like,
it's
so great.
I think about that a lot because I didn't have a Facebook until after high school and I didn't have an Instagram until after college.
Same.
And I'm like, oh, thank the Lord. I would have ruined me.
The incriminating shit.
Yeah, truly.
I would have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
I would be flagged.
That is true. There is like a weird like mix, I think, or like a middle ground where I think we just missed it. And then the kids coming up nowadays, because I used to do like this Instagram like interview thing where I would interview people about like their past like internet use and stuff. And I remember I interviewed this one girl who was like, I think she was 20 and I didn't know she was that young, but I was like trying to go through her social media to like find like, you know, crazy, embarrassing things. And it was like from the time she was like 12 or 13, it was all curated. I was like, there's not a single thing on this girl. It was like perfectly like selfies and stuff. And I was like, oh, you were growing up in the generation where like you knew people were going to be looking at this.
Yeah.
And it was very specific to what you wanted. It was interesting.
Yeah. Some of the shit I would post on my Instagram,
So
like when I first went on it,
yeah.
I ring the alarm.
Yeah.
I keep it up there because I'm like, who's scrolling all the way down to the? I would take forever.
Yes, yeah.
First of all, and second, I'm like, I don't really care. That's what it was at the time. It's kind of funny.
See, that's how I feel, and I'm
Yeah.
also like, it is gonna be what it is. Like,
Yeah.
they're so. I also don't even know what is bad or not good anymore. Like, there's things where you don't think. Like, a friend was jokingly like followed me on Facebook and then sent me this photo and was like, I'm gonna cancel you for this. And it was a photo of me when I came to New York one time in college. I thought it was so funny to get an NYPD officer to do like the back-to-back police flows with like the guns.
Because that was the move.
Yeah, I asked him, I was like, can you use your real gun? And he was like, absolutely not. And I was like, got it. Let's just do finger guns. And it was my profile picture for like a year because I thought it was so funny.
Oh my God. That is.
And now like
epic.
I'm like, it's not great
It's
to
not
be
aging
buddies
well.
with cops. Yeah. And I want to be clear, we weren't besties, but
Yeah.
you know, it's like a ghost.
I was now I'm like thinking about what I did, but I literally think I posted like an ice cream from like the like school cafeteria, like in the like student union hall and like
Oh,
college.
yeah.
Like I think I posted that and was like, ice cream Tuesdays.
Yes.
Like
truly.
hashtag sprinkles.
Yes.
Like,
One of
it's
my
stupid.
very first Instagrams was like a picture of Christmas cookies at my church. Like there's just
It was so wholesome still.
so
Like-
lame. 2 for likes.
It's like reverse aging because like
Yeah.
that's something my mom would post now.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
exactly.
Like, so it's just so funny to see. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
So funny to see just the transgress like
Yes. Posting pictures of your food had a moment. It
Yeah.
really did.
yeah. And now everyone takes crazy like foodie pics and are
Right?
like fucking critics. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna post this. 'Cause I don't have a fucking spotlight at lunch and
Yes.
it's gonna not be as good as you.
100%. I'm glad I'd never gotten to that. That seems like the most annoying where people are like, wait, don't eat yet. We have to take a photo. I would be like, please stop.
Yo, people,
Please stop.
yeah, people like do that regularly, like out. And I'm
Oh my
like,
gosh.
oh no,
I
no,
could
no,
not.
no, unless it's something that I've never seen before.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Absolutely. That's why
Then I'm like, I
couldn't-
have to, but I'm not
Yes.
posting it. I'm just doing it for my memories,
Exactly.
like
for
which is
my
what
soul.
cameras are for.
Yes. I think that's what stories are for. I think stories are Instagram's passive aggressive way of being like, here's for the crap that you literally nobody wants to see.
Yeah,
on
but
your
I
grid.
need to put it out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so funny.
Oh, I remember I was like, because a few episodes back, I was talking about Facebook with someone, and I was like, yeah, I gotta actually like go back and maybe like clean some of that out
Same.
and like just cleanse.
Yeah.
And I found some like, because high school, man. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You don't know what you're
It's
doing.
crazy.
Shouldn't be held accountable for what you did in high school.
See, that's honestly how I feel.
Yeah.
Like we all have done dumb things, or you like posted. Like I've gone back to my Facebook and saw like me and my cousin and my sister were openly posting about my crush on my on my wall, on my Facebook wall, like before I even knew everybody can see your wall.
You're like, oh, this isn't graffiti.
No, we were having open conversations.
Oh, wow.
That everybody was seeing, and it did not occur to us. I was like, "This is private, yeah,
Yeah, because it's so new at the time too.
yeah,
And like there was nothing out there like that.
yeah."
So
Literally,
it was super experimental
Yes.
for us when we first started using those things because there was nothing to compare it to.
exactly.
So
So I
would
don't-
make statuses thinking that it wasn't like a public thing.
exactly.
like-
And now you can go back and scrape it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Somebody did give me a hot tip if you ever want to delete your Facebook is change, because you can. I guess it's still kind of searchable. Is you like
Oh.
change your name to something completely random
Oh.
and then
and
you
then
delete it.
That's smart.
Crazy.
That's smart. I might have to do that.
yeah. I know.
And then start fresh.
I know.
Because it might be too big of a cleanup.
The same. I'm like afraid to go back through it because I'm like, there's gonna be some stuff.
Because there's albums.
Yes, yes.
Like it's not just profile pic or like a post. Like you're like, oh, spring break 07. I'm like, holy shit. Just delete that whole thing right now.
Get it off. Get it off
Dude.
the internet.
Oh,
It's so crazy.
I remember this one spring break, I went to Daytona Beach
Uh-huh.
and there was Girls Gone Wild people there.
Mhm.
And you're like, oh my God. And me and my friends are walking by and I was like, well, I can't do it. Like, I not for moral sake, just because I was like, I don't have boobies. Like, I'm still waiting. And so my friend is like, has huge boobs. She's very gifted. She was like, oh, I want to do it. I was like, they'll love you. So that these people are like riding in a like Hummer stretch, like a stretch Hummer limo situation thing on the beach. And they're like handing out Girls Gone Wild t-shirts and like beads.
Yeah.
And then they would hand you like a card, like a promo thing to one of the hotels on the strip.
Yeah.
To like come there later. Yeah. And we did. And I was like, I don't have a good feeling about this.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did you guys stay?
So we stayed for the entertainment. We did not participate.
Oh, okay.
But the photos that I took there are very incriminating. And
Oh
I
my
should probably
gosh.
delete because I just was like, yeah, put it on Facebook.
Yeah. You're
like, we had a
"This
great
looks fun."
time. They did this like bikini catwalk competition. And it was like a glass runway over a pool. And these girls are like in heels and it's slippery. And one girl fell off and went in the pool. Which I wasn't even surprised because I was like, oh, like that was gonna happen. And like half these bitches are hammered. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening right now?
That's so
So just like photos of that
yeah.
are just public for my grandparents, my mom. Like it's
isn't that
they're still there, I think.
Oh my
So, yeah,
gosh.
it's not.
We didn't think, we didn't ask. We were just like,
It's not
yeah,
bad.
sure. I can just put this is private. That's how the internet works.
Yeah, I'm like,
Because we did have back then, I will say, we had like just an expectation of privacy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this will go
Yeah.
nowhere but my page.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
No.
You're like restricted account.
Yes, yeah.
That makes sense. No one can hack into this ever.
Yeah, exactly.
So bad. I also just feel bad for people in high school who had Instagram because that's like just a whole other like could you imagine seeing like your crush and like looking on their Instagram and then seeing them with like a new girlfriend and you're like, oh my God, no. And then you probably just like spiral looking at all the photos.
Oh my gosh.
And then they post stories if they're at a party, probably. And then you're
Yeah.
like, I didn't even get invited to that. Women's party. Like,
yes,
that sucks.
that would be that's part of because I'm an adult and I still like things like that will like
no
trigger
one told
me.
me.
Yeah, I think Instagram getting rid of that feature where you could see what people like saved me from myself. There was so many, but you know what? Also, I will say I was always right. When I saw a guy liking a girl's photos, I was like, that's him and her. I know it. I feel it. And then it would be like, yep.
It just, yeah, exactly.
But I was like so glad that they stopped that because I was like, social media, I cannot wait to see what it does to us in like 15 years. It is terrible, especially for kids now. Like I said, literally as an adult, sometimes I can't handle it. I could not imagine.
Yeah. Because you're like in such a vulnerable state. You're like going through puberty. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yes,
like,
exactly. At least if you weren't invited to a sleepover like in our day, you have to find out about it like the next day.
Yeah.
Now you're watching it actively happen as people are
without
posting it. Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And you can't like lie to people anymore either.
No.
Like you can't even try to spare someone's feelings because it's gonna get out.
Yes.
Like,
it's crazy.
Could you imagine if people all had iPhones and were just storing at like school dances?
I know.
The weird grinding that would be captured.
Gosh. That would be, I'm so
to
glad.
Like from the window.
Yeah, to the wall.
To the wall. Those teachers were probably scarred.
Oh my gosh, for life. I can't even imagine having to just chaperone one of those and be like, hi, could you guys stop? Could you stop? Okay, great.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're like 6 inches.
Yeah, please back up.
We were just prepping for COVID.
Truly.
6 inches, 6 feet.
Yeah.
I remember one of my like English teachers was the DJ for the
no.
dances. Cause like I guess he was a DJ in real life, which he was ahead of the curve.
Hey, he got
I
on
wonder
the trend
where
quick.
he is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just at Mirage. I'd be like, Mr. Potter.
That's crazy. You made it happen.
You made it. You're 60 now. But he would always DJ. And then like anytime like there was a lot of grinding happening on the gym dance floor, he would like start playing AC/DC. like
Yeah.
mid-song, and we'd all be like, come on. And I was like so pissed at that time, but I look back on that and I'm like, that guy's the man.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I'm like, that's hilarious.
He was like, I have one job and I will do it hilariously.
Yeah, you would literally just be grinding to like Miguel or some
Yeah.
shit, and then all of a sudden it's just like pause some shit. You're like, what is this shit?
Like, why?
Yeah, and now that's the music I listen to.
Yeah, isn't that so funny? Full circle.
yeah. I'm like, I get it now.
Yeah.
I see where you were going with that. Are you still DJing? I'll sign you right now.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Oh, did you guys have like the semi-formals or like homecoming and prom and all that?
Yeah,
shit?
we had homecoming. It's funny. I went to school. I grew up in Southern California.
I was gonna ask that, and then I sidetracked.
But
Okay.
I'm Cucamonga. I like to say LA,
Oh.
especially on stage, because it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did like prom. I remember our prom. Do you remember that movie Prom Night? That like horror film
with Brittany Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had our prom at that place because it was a really fancy ballroom. But
what?
I remember thinking, why would they do that?
When did it come out compared to when you had the prom there? Like it was like
only
enough...
like a couple years before, maybe.
God.
Yeah, it was very
Wow.
funny where I was like, this is cool Hollywood history, but also that movie's about every teen getting murdered on their prom night. What was the thought process? Who was on the committee?
Die. Yeah. At the place where teens die.
Yes, because she's being stalked by her teacher, who's a pedophile.
Yeah. What?
I think another movie had filmed there too. Maybe like, I feel like Ashton Kutcher was in it. Oh, I Know What You Did Last Summer, or whatever movie he was in.
So another...
Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh,
Dude,
okay. I was gonna say another murder movie?
Yeah, I know, right?
That would
yeah.
be a double whammy.
No, I think it was Dude Who Stole My Car. Is that the name of that movie?
Dude, Where's My Car?
Where's My Car? I never saw that movie,
Yeah.
and now I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. Ashton Kutcher was in that, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And Wilson, what's his name? Owen Scott.
Oh, Wilson.
No.
You named like 7 different celebrities in one.
Brad.
Yeah. Britt
Leo
Wilson,
Pitt.
Chad Murray.
Oh my god. No, it's a fucking... I can't remember his name. It's like
I know what you're talking. If it's Scott, then I know the guy you're talking about, but I don't remember his
he's
last
like
name.
the blonde. He was in
Yes, he was
American
very
Pie.
hot. Yes, he was very
Yeah.
hot in the early thousands. Yeah.
It's them too.
Literally, the minute you said Scott, I was like, I got it.
Yeah.
I don't remember his last
got
name.
Scott.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yes.
I know him very well. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's a great movie.
Yeah, okay, I'll have to check it
Yeah,
out.
you're gonna love it. I mean, I haven't seen it in so long. It's better than Air. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Isn't it always great when you're like suggest a movie? You're like, I haven't seen this in 700 years, but also it's the best movie ever.
Like, pretty sure it's amazing.
Pretty sure it changed my life.
It's like the White Castle kind of equivalent, like just a stupid kind of like dumb 90s movie, or at
Okay,
least
yeah.
I think it was 90s. I don't even know.
I
Maybe it
think
was
it
early
was.
2000s. I don't know.
I think you're right.
Those
Maybe
two,
late
like,
90s. They're the same.
kind of blend.
They
Yeah.
are. It's like all my childhood and teen years. It's just
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Do you remember when it turned 2000?
I do,
'Cause
yeah.
everyone was freaking out.
Yes, Y2K.
They're like, we're gonna die.
Yes,
I
yeah.
was like, oh, I don't want to celebrate this year.
I was like, this is not good. I do remember that Party Like It's 1999 was a big part of my childhood.
Oh my
That
god,
phrase.
yeah.
Just that phrase. Yeah.
Yep. That's a good song too.
Yeah.
Prince killing it.
There we go.
Yeah. That was his inspiration. I don't know. Was that made before? It must have.
Literally no
been.
idea.
Me neither.
Probably.
We need like a
That is crazy
fact
now to
checker.
think about. Everybody was like, this might be it, y'all.
yeah, like seriously. Like I think that was the first round of like bunker people.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Like that's when people were going to Costco. If that was
Yes.
around, I don't even know. Why do I not know the timeline of
That's-
things? Like famous things. I'm like, when was that? I
Me
need a
neither.
record.
I'm so bad at history. It's so
Me
bad.
too. Which
Yeah.
didn't matter in high school,
No,
but I thought it did.
I thought it did.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like, it's always crazy to me how people just pull those facts like out of their ass, and it's actually right.
Yes. Anybody who knows a lot about history, I'm genuinely impressed by.
Yeah, same.
Just because I'm like, I don't pay attention to dates. That was like my least. I was not
Yeah.
good at that.
It's
subject.
hard. My memory is trash.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know my own history.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened from like ages like 7 and down. Like,
Literally
I
no
don't-
idea.
I mean, obviously no one knows when
Yeah.
they're a baby, but some people are like, oh yeah, I was 4. I'm like, how the fuck?
Right? People who like
You don't
know-
remember that.
Yeah. who know exact. I'm
or
like,
like their first memory. I'm like,
I don't.
huh,
Yeah.
huh.
No.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's insane.
There are like savants and stuff though, you know, who
Yes.
just like are so in tune with stuff like that.
That
I'm
would be
just like,
cool.
how do you? I don't know. I feel like it's probably a blessing and a curse. Like I have a friend with really good memory, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to remember some of that.
Yes. Same.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad I've forgotten some stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like the first time every time.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
That's
I
so
hear
true.
I'm like, I did that. I'm amazing.
The first time every day. You said it like you have like very short-term memory loss. Like every morning I wake up, it resets. It's awesome.
It's like 50 first dates.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm 10-second tongue.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me, just like 10 days. Which I love,
Yeah,
honestly.
could be fun.
Whatever. It's been working out for me so far.
Truly.
I could forget my age.
You made it here.
And it's viable.
Yeah.
It's fine. Oh my God. I know you have some shows coming up.
Yeah.
I was gonna plug you.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love a
I
plug.
looked you up.
Yay.
I stalked you on Instagram. So what do you have going on? You got a couple shows in June and August, right?
Yeah, a couple of shows in June. You're good. Let us see. Probably the 23rd, June 23rd, I'm headlining Broadway Comedy Club, which will be really, really fun. I have some other fun comics that are doing it. Spencer Cilio and Billy Hockman, which will
Nice,
be, I'm really
nice.
excited to have them on there. So that'll be great. And then I think I'm in North Carolina at the end of June. And then August, I'll be in Indianapolis.
Whoa, that's a trek.
Yeah. Oh, it's a journey. I've never been there
I was
either.
just gonna say, have you ever been?
No.
Well, I feel like no one is like, I'm taking PTO, I'm doing a vacation in Indianapolis.
Exactly. It's a place you live or you don't go.
What's the club there?
Oh, that's a great question. Helium?
Oh,
Helium
okay.
coming up? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Helium clubs are like all over the place now.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I heard it's good. So hopefully it'll be fun.
Yeah, I haven't been to one yet. I'll be at one tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Oh, nice.
I'll
Where
give
at?
you the deets. Buffalo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep me posted.
Yeah, this won't come out in time to promote that. So
You're like, it doesn't
I'll
matter.
let everyone know after. But yeah, I went to school there, so it's gonna be a fun little
nice.
semi-homecoming.
That'll be
But
great.
yeah. All right. Well, damn. It's been fun.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for letting me know that it's okay to forget things and post inappropriate things all over social media.
That is what I'm here for.